like I say, there's only one slight problem. There's all these people that around 1960, 1940 or so, um, Germany. Well, nobody, everyone was trying to figure out who was leading Germany. Even I was trying to figure out who was leading Germany. Someone said it was Hitler or Himmler or something like that. No one really knew who was leading Germany. Well, I mean, I was leading Germany actually. I mean, it was my country, so Germany should have been doing what I was wanted them to do, which I think they were, realistically. Like I said, nobody knew that SS meant Lucifer Star. SS. And realistically, it was Lightning Bolt, and it was my power company, and it was two Lightning Bolts originally. It was my power company, and it was my personal guard for my my electricity or energies commission basically. Um, it was my elite group, best of the best. Only 1 in 10 people would be accepted. They were the best of the best, and they would do like hostage situations or like really bad situations where like you know they were the best of the best. And I believe they were male female teams, by the way. There was not just male. There were male female teams because I was always unisex. I did have one or two at some point in time. I kind of had to split them up a little bit, but I think I brought them back together because of the fact that the women and men just it was like yin and yang. Like men just seemed to act better when there were women around. They would always like they would think things through a little bit more. They would kind of like step up their game whenever there was a girl around. So, maybe to try and impress her or just try to be, or just try to be more presentable, they would usually like watch their manners around a woman. They were just better, and a lot of times I had women leading the men, and men just seem to react better usually to women. Like when a woman would talk to a guy, they would usually listen better, and they would usually remember the orders better than if a man told them. So I used a lot of women, male, female, a lot of female, male teams a lot. So when Richard Nixon and John McCain and all these other people started to kind of try and muscle in and try and change everything around and try and do this whole thing from like 1940 on up or whatever, where they were just kind of like breaking loose and like making up all these lies and stuff like that and trying to just basically Germany had a lot of money. There's a lot of gold. There's gold on the walls. There's gold fixtures. I mean, it wasn't exactly pure gold. I mean, it was like a little bit of gold, a little bit of other metal, like a light. It was just enough to give the color usually. So, but it looked like gold. I mean, it still looked yellow. It's just I was like 5 carat gold. I did a lot of 5 carat and a lot of 2 carat or whatever, just like light gold. And there was even some fool's gold stuff, like just to give metal some color, because I mean, just to stop it from rusting. Usually, there's a lot of stuff that's where, I mean, if metal wasn't like either a gold or a silver or something or brass, it would rust. So there was a lot of metal with color to it, either silver or some type of yellow. Anyway, or some kind of color. So there was all this metal in Germany. There was all this nice stuff in Germany. There was all this. I mean, Germany, I did it really nicely. They had a lot of money. Germany was rich. They had a lot of beautiful furniture and a lot of really nice stone houses. Everything was built like top quality in Germany. It was like my best of the best of the best of the best country because they were like my country. And I was a master inventor. I was the Lucifer Star. So I had the best military. I had the best tanks. I had the best armor-piercing rounds. I had the best of the best of the best. So anyway, so there was huge amounts of money. Everywhere else was a third world country compared to Germany. We had the best doctors. There's medical. We had helicopters. We had everything in Germany. I wanted for nothing. I didn't need to go to Russia, but I wanted to go to Russia. I wanted to see what was in Russia. I wanted to mine the Russian mountains. It's like, I want to go up. I want to mine. And there weren't any big mountains in Germany. It's like, there's nothing really to mine around here. Like, I want to mine something unusual. So, like, I was having people look for the tallest mountain because I wanted to mine it. So my people went out into the world, into the cold. And later on, we found like where the whales like to go. So, and we had some whale oil, and then a bunch of people wanted to go get, you know. Anyway, a lot of stuff happened, and anyway, and then anyway, like I say, like Nixon and JFK and Jimmy Carter and John McCain, they spent their whole lifetimes trying to figure out who I was. You know, I'm not exactly even sure if they ever figured it out. I mean, I'm Lucifer Star, Brian, epic creator. Like honestly, I didn't even notice them practically, but I did kind of. Mostly because they were tearing up my countries. They were destroying them. So, you know, when they make up all this stuff about the SS and all that stuff, it's like they talk about it like they actually understood it. And it's like, obviously they're lying because, I mean, SS stood for the power company and it was my elite um, armored division. Like they were the best trained, the best, you know, each one was new martial arts. They started as children and then they would learn martial arts and then they would go to school and then they would learn on a tank and they were like super military people, and like the women clung to them like 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 they were the women would be like cling, and like they wanted for nothing. Like the SS and my top people, women would flock to them. Like is there one of the what's called peoples around, I mean, and everyone was always asking, where's Lucifer, Mr. Star or whatever, um, or White or whatever. Anyway, they always wanted to know if I was going to be around, and well, I was always busy. So anyway, I was away. But anyway, though, and then they make all these videos and stuff like they understood what Germany was, and it's like no, Renault manufacturing, the newest, best helicopters, the most advanced. I mean, I was doing some crazy projects like trying to armor a helicopter and some other stuff, but you know, it was slow going, as they say. But I mean, people would always ask, "What's he going to come out with next? What's the next big ship? What's the next amazing thing?" Like I mean, I brought out electricity and gas lamps, and they're like, "Ooh, ah." And then and then radio and TV and like I was like every couple of years we were coming out with something new, and they're like, "What are they working on next?" And people were always asking about what's next, and it's like, well, you'll see. And and so it was a great time for me. It was a wonderful time. Like everyone talks about like Germany and Hitler. I mean, there was this black guy that was psychotic, but but other than that, I mean, I mean, it was heaven. It was wonderful. Like, everybody was happy. Everyone was driving cars. I was giving away free money. Everyone was getting free food. The problem was my cities weren't big enough. Like everybody wanted to move in. I was like, you can't all move in, but we'll see if we can build some more. Anyway, and I was embarking on this great big like epic civilization all around the world. So everyone could have a little slice of civilization. Like everyone loved me. I was epic. I was the epic Lucifer Star, like legendary, everything, and it was wonderful. And I'd come out with my ships, and like they're going so fast, and the trains were going faster every couple of years, and everybody always wanted to know what's next. And then the aircraft, and then people took the first flights on aircraft, and everyone was like, "What's next?" I was like, "Well, you'll see." I was building whole cities as a surprise to people, like ta-da! And the new city is yes, we're building it out over here, and we built it for you. You can all move there now. And people were wandering around, and then they could go and they could live and work there. I mean, I built three cities that no one knew about until after they finished, and I was like, open the city, and people would travel there, and like, it's a brand new city. It's like, yeah, it's a brand new city. All it needs is people. And I was doing all these amazing things, and people were just so shocked and amazed, and it was wonderful.